Good evening, Vice Forecaster JD Ramp with you back in the Severe Weather Network Center. We had just had another tornado warning has been issued, so hold on just a second. We want to get right to that. I just got about a couple more of my team members back in here so we could get this going. We just have another tornado warning. We got to take this seriously, folks. This is another tornado warning has been issued, so I'm going to send some of my team members another link. Let's see. And so we have another tornado warning that goes into effect. This tornado warning has just got put out, so we gotta have to stay. Alright, just hold just a second. I gotta do something here. I forgot to add the rest of these in here, so hold on just a second. And hold on, I'm just getting a couple things added in here and I'll be ready to go. Alright, we have another tornado warning has just got issued, so we wanna come on with you. New tornado warning. This storm has up to golf ball size hail, Jonathan, in at for north central Dixon County and north central Texas, south central most of Lynn County and north central Texas to about 7:45. At 7:19, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Appleton, or 13 miles north of Dickinson, Mooney, from 25 miles an hour, folks. So hazardous. Tornado and golf ball size hail. So this is the time you need to be checking your tornado safe spot again. Is the basement, small interior room, and the lowest floor. Ian, have you seen anything yet on that tornado warning?
I've seen lots. I've seen.
All right, I'll have you talk for a little bit.
I've seen very, very tight circulation with this storm.
Yeah, if you're in that tornado polygon, you need to seek shelter now. Pretty decent rotation with that. You need to be taking cover. This is a tornado warning. Looking for very large hail with this. Also, we do have to potentially, yeah, look at this. Goodness gracious. Large hail with this storm in. Look at that. Pretty decent backwards sea. So that's the winds are pushing that way. That is very large. I mean, pretty decent pretty decent hook there with that. So that is some very large, potential large hail. So definitely you need to be seeking shelter now. We have a report of the 60 miles of deaths with that. Looking up ping pong ball size hail with the storm now. So the storm still looks like it could produce some ping pong ball size hail. Any debris yet, Jonathan? You looking on radar? You see? Ian, have you seen any debris yet?
Not at the moment. Let me look at the correlation. Let's see here. Not at the moment. I don't see any debris at the moment. But again, if there is,
does have some.
If it does have a tornado with it, it's probably out in the field where it's probably not hitting anything at the moment.
Yeah,
so
but still,
if it comes into a city, it probably will have a different signature associated.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to keep watching it. But this
that storm still looks like
strong
it has
associated with it.
Yeah, folks, it really has the potentially of some red next to green. When you have that is some particularly decent wind shear. That is just very high wind shear. You definitely got to take these storms very seriously because this storm looks like it's producing some hail also too. It's starting to get some very large hail in, don't we?
Oh, we've had large hail with this storm.
New marker.
That's not been lacking. Matter of fact,
look at that.
The hail size is at almost 4 inches with this storm as well.
Wow, that's just amazing how bad this hail's been. I mean, we haven't seen hail that big.
Radars
That's
estimate
going to
at least
cause some problems.
3.5 inch hail with this storm. So that's over baseball
Yeah,
sized, nearing softball limits.
yeah, so, yeah. We'll zoom in again. Pull up velocity. It still shows. Yeah, that still showing me some very large hail. But I'll pull up our velocity scans once again. Tornado wind continues for 7:45. Just about in a little bit, it'll expire. No confirmed tornado on the ground right now. This is a radar indicated, but it still shows me signs of some pretty decent rotation. And no debris with this. That's some good news. Debris. That's one thing we don't really need. But I'll pull Echo Tops up, and yeah, good grief. Look at that, Ian.
50,
The Echo
60.
Tops. Pretty decent Echo
Aren't those
Tops with
like
these storms. So
60,000
you definitely.
tops?
Yeah,
JD,
that's pretty
are
strong
those
Echo Tops,
60,000?
right? Well,
Are those 60,000 feet according to your radar estimates?
I think so.
Yeah,
Pretty decent.
this is a very intense supercell right now.
So you definitely need to be in shelter now. Go to a basement if you have one. Mobile homes are not going to be safe right now in this type of event. You definitely need to seek shelter immediately. Go to a friend's house. Um,
This one.
Make sure you have a flashlight in case the storm will develop a tornado. No confirmed
Okay,
report yet.
we're,
This is
we're
some very large hail up there. Okay, well,
there's also chasers live on the scene, and there is now a tornado on the ground with this storm.
all right, folks, we have a tornado on the ground right now. Let me check here. The ping pong ball size hail, so we do have a confirmed report of a tornado on the ground now.
Yes, there is chasers on the scene watching it. There is a
Let
tornado
me check
with it,
that.
wrapped in rain.
Tornado. I mean, within the past. So let me check that out here, Miss Sure. I guess this is trying to look here. Miss Sure we don't trying to find so all right, we have a tornado on the ground now, folks. So you definitely need to seek shelter immediately. Get into a basement. Ann said there's a storm spotters has spotted a tornado.
With this storm, yes. Now it isn't
Is
showing
that what
debris.
you said, Ann? So we do
However,
have a.
it is
So what?
out in the field.
And why did the text don't say damage and tornado yet? You know why?
They're probably not report. They probably haven't reported it.
All right. Okay, so this still shows me some pretty decent strong signs of rotation. Right there, red next to green. Anytime you get the green, that is uh, basically rotation that you get that's tightened up. So you definitely need to go to a storm shelter. I mean, a basement. Safe room be the safest place to be in there in a tornado. I mean, just go somewhere. I mean, this is a time you need to plan your tornado plan action. Do not wait on these storms tonight. They can produce tornadoes. And instead, there's a confirmed report of a tornado on the ground right now from spotter. So definitely, the storm is very strong and very tight. So I'll pull the next scan in, and we can take a look here. And it still looks like the storm is giving me signs of the ping pong ball size hail, and there is a tornado on the ground now. Looks like instead, so we'll pull up our hail. Look at the hail, and look at this. Can you see that hail there? Very large hail with the storm, and that hail is probably up to what now? And do you know? Do you know how much hail that'll be in? So that looks like they'd be up to 3-inch hail with that. So these storms do not have a time to fool around with. You definitely gotta be careful with these storms because these storms have a lot of impact with them. Lots of hail today. This is what we've been dealing with in the last couple hours. And just looking at the turns in, look at this. We've been having some pretty decent turns of these dark opals. That is probably a strong storm with very large hail with it. And this is something I haven't seen in a long time. Ping pong ball size hail. So definitely you need to be taking shelter immediately. I mean, starting to get some blue colors. That coordination thing. It doesn't really show a debris ball, but something there, and maybe something there. So definitely, these storms could produce a tornadoes on the ground. It shows, and said some spotters saw that, and there's that red next to green. And anytime you have red next to green, you get tight rotation, and that's what brings the tornadoes a lot. And that's what you continue to have. So tornado warning continues for about to 7:45, and it looks like we just got a new severe thunderstorm warning place. So when you take a look at that, we'll take a look at the tornado warning just in a second. Up to baseball size hail, folks. So now we're getting very large hail with the storm, up to baseball size hail. So folks, this is getting very large hail again. This is baseball. So heck, this is really large hail. Just get online and they'll tell you this storm is really producing some massive hail with this up to baseball. So there could be a tornado with Storm Easy when it's producing up to baseball size hail. So folks, this is a dangerous situation. You got to take it seriously. So right now, um, I'm going to send the link to Jonathan because we got to get him back on again. Just give me a second here. I'm going to put the thing. All right, back with you again. This storm is capable of producing up to baseball size hail, folks. Think about this baseball just whacking your windows. This is a storm that is capable of producing is like Ian said, this is producing a tornado on the ground. He says some spotters. So this is a storm that is capable of producing up to baseball size hail. This is some very large hail that could cause some significant damage. So please take the storm very seriously because this is some very large hail that's causing some damage. So we definitely got to take the storm very seriously. All right, let's go back to radar and we'll stay with this. All right, Ian just texted me and said confirm large tornado on the ground right now with that sail. Well, Ian, I don't see any text about a large tornado, but maybe they haven't spotted it yet. But we'll keep an eye on that. Um, just join us. We have a tornado warning now that goes in effect at 7:45. Like I said, we definitely need to take these storms very seriously tonight. So hold on a second. So right now we have a tornado warning, baseball size hail with the storm, and we definitely got to take it very seriously. While we're on, I'm going to say this too. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning down here. We got to take a look at. The storm is in effect for 8 p.m. north central Gracie County and central south northwestern Texas, south central Cosby County, and north central Texas to 8 p.m. At 7:34, a severe thunderstorm is located 4 miles east of 11 miles north of Slot Moose, around 15 miles per hour. So what to expect? 2-inch hail and 70 miles per wind gust. So folks, this is going to be a very large hail. There's even some weak rotation with this because you got to take the storm seriously. The storm is still capable of producing a some weak shear there. So we could be getting another storm that's going to start spinning again into a tornado. So please take this storm seriously. Take it as a grain of salt that this storm is very strong and it's capable of producing tornadoes. So we're going to have to stay with the storm. So we got to really watch these storms really closely now. So right now we're on air. Still got a tornado, severe thunderstorm warning. The tornado warning is still in effect up here. This storm is still capable of producing baseball-sized hail. So that is some very large hail. And look at this. Goodness gracious, gosh! Let's look at this. This is some incredible hail. Very incredible hail. This is some very large I've seen up to baseball. So, folks, you need to be inside. This is showing you almost 3.25 inches of hail. So that is a very incredible amount of hail. So we definitely got to take that storm very seriously. So we'll be right back just in a second. I got to do a few things. All right, I'm back. So right now, you're still with us. We have a tornado warning, and just continue to have warning after warning. So baseball size hail with the storm, and just be right back. Hey, folks, we're still tracking severe weather. The tornado warning has got canceled, so we'll zoom in that we're still going to stay with you. That's because we still have these severe thunderstorm warnings in place. Keep you updated on these storms, and we will need to keep watching this. I'll be right back. Alright, good evening everybody. Ice Forecaster J Wrap with you. We've still got another tornado warning in place, so I'm trying to read what people are saying. Here we still got warnings to pass along to you. So I'm trying to definitely in that warning you probably need to seek shelter. So hold on just a second. Alright, let's go back to radar again. So let's see. Alright, now we still got the tornado warning that goes in effect at 8 p.m. 8:15. So the same storm still has up to 2-inch hail, tornado, and hail up to 2 inches in diameter. Goodness gracious. Gosh. That looks like a pretty decent storm there. So if you're in this tornado polygon, you need to be in your tornado safe spot immediately, folks. This is a tornado warning, and we're starting to get very tight rotation. If you've been with me for several years, when you see red next to green, that is very strong gate to gate sheared, and that's what's going to cause these tornadoes to form. So if you're in that tornado polygon, you need to be seeking shelter immediately, folks. Put a football helmet, bike helmet on the kids. Make sure you have a bike helmet will protect yourself from flying debris. Flying debris is going to be one of the problems we'll get into. Is when these tornadoes hit. So this tornado wind goes into effect into 8:15. It's about 15 more minutes. The hail is very large with this. Take a look at this. Goodness gracious. Gosh. Now see, folks, this is incredible. This is some very large hail there. This is probably up to 2 inches in diameter. So you definitely want to make sure you indoors, seeking shelter. Just hold on a second. So this tornado warning, and I'll check the potential for flying debris. Debris with this is a tool that we use here. There's a little blue, and that tells you we could have a brief tornado with the storm. You need to be seeking shelter immediately, folks. This is a tornado warning that goes in effect into 8:15. So far we don't have a damaging tornado, but this is a radar indicated tornado. Doesn't mean we have one, but there's 60 miles of wind gusts with that sail. We're starting to get some more rotation over here. The storm could produce up to 70 miles of wind gusts and up to 2-inch hail. So once we're starting to get into a damaging wind threat right now, folks, put the thing in information right now, and you can just see what it's doing. So it's showing you signs it's typically wind sheared, and that's still going to continue to turn that way. And we'll continue to watch that real closely. And can you hear me okay? It'll pop on just in a second. So right now we got that one tornado warning that goes in effect through 8:15. This is the tornado warning right here for 2-inch hail, and it had 2-inch hail in diameter with that. So that storm really produced some pretty decent wind sheared, and it still has a pretty decent coupling. So this one could produce a tornado by any time now. So definitely you need to be seeking shelter immediately now of these storms right now. And we're continuing to producing super sales right now, and definitely continuing to track this. Looking for the chat room here now, and said debris he's been soaking this area debris. Let me check that. I think we got something to look at here. Zoom in just a little closely here, and you can see, yeah, this storm. I'm going to pull up here. see what he's saying here. And yeah, there's a little bit of debris. This storm could be producing debris in the air. So, folks, we could be having a tornado on the ground right now with debris. So, make sure you're seeking shelter now. A basement, small 2 room on the lowest floor. Make sure you have helmets on the kids and adults. This could be a possible tornado once again with this storm. So, you need to be seeking shelter immediately, folks. This is a particularly storm that me and Ann are looking at, and this storm could be producing some uh, potentially damage. So you definitely want to be in a basement. If a small 2 room, a concrete room, would be good to be in. That's what I would be at if this was going on. As a concrete room. So this is very potent storm right there. Big tornado warning right there. That goes in effect at 8:15. That storm could produce a tornado, and N showed some debris with this. So this storm could be producing some debris with it. So please seek shelter immediately now. So we'll back that out. We'll continue to stay with these storms because we've been having supercells all even. All right, this one severe thunderstorm warning I'm going to zoom into right over here. It's capable of producing golf ball size hail and 70 miles per wind gust. So let me switch here, and the tracks just go right the same area we want to be in. So this storm could not even produce a tornado. We can see some 70 miles of gust with it. And once you start seeing 70, this is going to start causing some minor destruction damage. So when you start seeing 7 miles of wind, folks, that's enough to start breaking buildings, breaking glass, turn things up. That's what we have to worry about. And this is why we're in our coverage, because we've been having storms that continue going on. So if you're just joining me at almost 7:59, we were on coverage for 2 hours with you earlier, but we have a few new warnings popped in. That tornado warning goes into effect through 8:15, and I will stay with you for a little while because I don't want to keep going off. These thunderstorm warnings are continuing to be more of a danger as tornadoes too. So we'll zoom into these storms down here. These storms are capable tonight, in effect, for Grizzly County, Texas, and northwestern Castro County, Texas. This is in effect for potentially, at 7:57, back a few minutes ago, a severe thunderstorm located 6 miles southeast of Rock, 14 miles north of Post Mooney's, and 20 miles an hour. So what we'll expect, 2-inch hail and 70 miles per wind gust. So, folks, this storm over here by Casper area and this area down here by Cannon Valley area, this storm could produce some very strong winds, and there's particularly some wind shear there. So this could produce some damaging straight line winds also. That's going to cause some huge problems of some wind shear going. And right now, I want to switch radar back for a second, and I'm going to take my picture off here a second, and I'm going to type the ticker back up here once again, and I'll try to go to the bar here, to my little thing, and type something in here. All right, I'm going to type in something here just a second. This thing, this ticker here. Alright, I'm back with you now. I'll put my picture back up again, and we're going to Alright, instead, this is a powerful supercell, so that's one thing that we need to be aware of. So we're starting to get a powerful supercell with these, so we'll continue to watch that. That runs through 8:15. So we're continuing to track stuff tonight in the Breaking Weather Center. Still storms continue going on. These storms still continue 70 miles a gust with that. Pull potential for hail with this. Yeah, that's still showing me some very large hail with that one storm that goes in effect about 9 p.m. And we still got this tornado warning. This is a decent, powerful supercell instead. Look at this. Goodness. We're starting to get some pretty decent. Now we're getting up to the cone is showing me a 4. So this is about 4-inch hail falling for these storm spokes. This is about 4-inch hail. So that's enough to dent a car up, tear something up, and enter you. So please, get into your safe spot now. This is a typically strong storm that's capable tonight of producing some very large hail with this. And been a bad situation tonight with a lot of hail coming in with several reports of tornadoes. So definitely, that's the situation we need to do. Continue to watch these storms here. New markers trying to show it here by French area, and that just showing me 1.5-inch hail, but there's a little bit of weak shear there. And what the concern about the wind shear to me is what the shear doing is it only takes a little bit of wind shear to get tonight to get these storms to spin easy, and you got that large hail, and that's helping out. So the decent updrafts you get are really helping these storms out tonight. So folks, you got to really take this situation very seriously tonight. We're going to continue to be here tonight. I'm going to continue to be breaking in, and I just don't think we'll be going off anytime soon yet. So that severe thunderstorm warning goes in effect through about 8:45 for Porter County on here, and that's still showing me signs of some very large hail at that. And you can just really see that is very large hail by French area, and I'll check echo tops, and you can just see this is just in very strong echo tops. So this is what this tell you. These storms are very strong and very powerful tonight, just up north of that area. So Sanford area, you probably have some strong storms your way, and the tornado warning continues about 8:45. So these storms are pretty powerful. So I'll be right back. All right, so we're back with this. So, all right, back with you now. We still got severe thunderstorm warnings are continuing to form. We still got this 1.80 center showing me still rotating storms there. You can just see this is some very large hail to Stephen. Very large. So we got to have to really watch these tonight with very large hail this evening as a possibility. So tornado and golf ball size hail, so you definitely want to make sure you're in a building away from windows. Put a football helmet, and look at this, folks. Good grief. We're up to almost get into some of the reds here. So that is some very strong, decent updrafts. That's going to cause some problems. So please be aware of these storms. These storms could be very dangerous, and we got to take them very seriously. So right now, tornado warning continues about 8:15. That should expire eventually, and just Alright, looks like the tornado warning has expired, so that's some fantastic news that it did. So let me click tornado warning has expired, so let me pull up the rest of the warnings. We'll flip back. Still showing me signs that it's down here in Paducah area in Texas. This storm here is giving me a little signs of at 811, a severe thunderstorm is located near Diamond or 16 miles southwest of Paducah, Munition Point down here. This hazard. These are dangerous storms. Danger storm. 70 miles per wind with this. So, folks, this is some very dangerous storm. We could see some very strong to damage and straight line winds. These storms have been really strong this evening, and this is why we've been on. We still got to watch these storms up to 3-inch hail with this, so that's enough to shatter some windows. So velocity really gives me pull up a little bit. Yeah, that just still shows me some pretty decent wind shear there, and you could just see the hail fray. Yeah, goodness gracious. Is up to the whites again. So very large hail with that storm. We definitely got to keep that in mind. The possibility of some large hail with that, and we'll back out. We'll back in again, and you can see the potentially of wind shear again. So, folks, anytime you get that red next to green, that is basically gate to gate sheared. So we'll pull up our tools again. This is another large tailmaker storm, and we would need to kind of watch that storm also too. So the severe thunderstorm wind goes into effect into around 9 p.m. So we've been having supercell after supercell. I'm going to check this one out in Oklahoma for everybody since we're just now getting started there. So checking the chat room now. So let me. So this storm in Oklahoma, this just shows quarter size hail a cluster in Bonneville County area. So this is just showing me some quarter size hail. Doesn't look like a powerful one, so this is just zoom in. Yeah, just a quarter size hail, and maybe some gusty winds with that. It doesn't look like the rest of them. Flash flooding will become a concern because we've been having multiple rounds of storm this evening, and we're continuing to track these little super cells that are continuing down here tonight. And once we get down to just where we see less hail, we'll send things back. Right now, we still have that one severe thunderstorm wind down here for 2-inch hail, and some gusty winds with that. Yeah, this still shows me some very large hail this evening that goes in effect, so we need to be watching that. And these storms here are having a lot of punch. This is up to 3-inch hail, and if you north of Paducah area here, that south of the area, that's where there's some weak sheared there. Rotation is to be the biggest concern with any of these storms tonight. We can get some spinning, and that's where we had that one tornado warning down there that we'll put in just our got the hail fret already showed here, and see we'll back that up a little bit. We had a little bit of a potentially up to the red color. That is some pretty decent thunderstorms just hitting on you every 5 seconds. That is some very large hail with that storm, and we're really getting to the black levels. That is some very large hail with that. So we having supercells that are continuing tonight, and they brought some 60 miles of wind gusts, so we will continue to watch that. So right now, we got a couple more reports coming in. We start getting 1.25 from Twitter, such as this showing half dollar size. There's some more hail down here. New severe thunderstorm warning has just got issued. So we'll zoom down here. The storm is capable of producing up to half dollar size hail. Precipitous in Carson County in north central Graham, Texas. South central Hudson County in north central Graham, Texas. North central Gray County and Hamlin County, Texas, and Roberts County and Baham, Texas, down here to 9:15. Wind gusts up at 8:19. Severe thunderstorm is located 4 miles north of Bergener, Minnesota 40. So what we'll expect is half dollar hail. A train spotter reported at between 8:02 8:12 reports of half dollar size hail with this. So we can see some more hail right over here. So there's some hail right over here. That's that hail core right there. So definitely you might still want to be careful because this will be some hail with some of these storms, and don't really see any shear on that storm area because it just doesn't have enough support that. But the echo tops, if you look at the echo tops, they're very decent tonight. So the storms are continuing. So what we're going to do is take a short break, and we'll be back with you just in a little bit. If any more storms develop, any more strong warnings, we will break back right then and break back in and do another update. We will continue to keep you posted.